promote data consistency, many of the values you enter on Dragonfly forms use drop-down lists, which define the allowed values for the field. In some cases, the values that show on the drop-down lists come from the tables of data that are stored in your database. Others are hard-coded choices and always remain the same. But a third category is lookup values, which are defined by the store owner. In this setup session, we'll examine the type of lookup values used in Dragonfly and the process for editing those values. The only user interface for defining the lookup values is a standard browse grid, which by default displays all the lookup types and their values. If you prefer, you can use the filter interface on the form to limit the list to one lookup type at a time. Watch the Tech Talk on the Dragonfly user interface for instructions on using browse grids and the lessons on fast and simple searches and data filters for more information. Most of the lookup values in your Dragonfly database will come from your existing point-of-sale system imported during the data migration process when you convert to Dragonfly. While the lookup values will vary from one store owner to the next, the lookup types are the same for all stores. In a bit, we'll review those lookup types and explain where they are used. As you can see from the lookup table browse grid, the lookup values only have a few attributes to assign. The lookup ID is a unique number assigned to each value. These numbers are only used to uniquely identify the rows in the table. The values just need to be unique within the table. The lookup type determines which drop-down list the values will appear on. Only the types already in the table are used by Dragonfly. They must not be edited, but you can create new values with these same lookup types if you want to add lookup values. The display name identifies the text that appears in the drop-down menus where the lookup values are used. The data value is the number actually stored when a choice is made. For example, in the list of charge cards used on the point-of-sale form, the form shows Visa, but the point-of-sale record stores the value as a 1. Using numbers for data storage allows you to make minor modifications in the lookup value names without disrupting the integrity of the data where the values are stored. The data values must be unique for any given lookup type. The data name is similar to the data value field, but is only used where the data is stored as text rather than as numbers. This is used in very few places, and in general, the data name should be set to the same text as the display name. Finally, the list order determines the order in which the items appear on their drop-down list. If you don't enter values in this field, the items will be listed alphabetically. In general, listing items in alphabetical order makes it easy for users to find the values they're looking for, but sometimes it's preferable to put the most frequently used values at the top of the list. Now we'll review the lookup code types. Charge card types are used by stores that track credit card sales at the individual card provider level. If this option is turned on, a list of charge cards is displayed when a customer pays with a credit card. If you like, you can also list the alternate payment methods with this lookup type. The data values just need to be unique within the lookup type. Lookups with the coin types type are displayed in the coins list on the workstation reconciliation form. The data values are the coins values in cents. Similarly, the paper money type lookups are used in the bills list on the reconciliation form. The data values for these are the bills values in the currency used by your store. Demo types are used on the leads form to indicate the type of demonstration that was given to a prospective customer. Down payments appear on the down payment drop-down on the special purchase pop-up form. They are used to quickly calculate a standard down payment on a layaway or special order. The data values must be the percentage value expressed as a whole number. The fonts are the fonts you want to allow in the Dragonfly Document Builder interface. The list is limited to provide some consistency in your documents, but you can add as many fonts as you like. The inventory adjustment types are used on the inventory management form. They are used to categorize the various inventory adjustments you typically make. Inventory locations define where you keep your inventory at a high level. They allow you to store inventory counts in multiple places within your store or warehouse. Item types are used in two places, the repairs form and the serialized items form. They are used to categorize the types of items you are repairing or selling. The lead status types are used on the leads form to indicate progress of following up on leads for prospective sales. The makes lookup values are used in the product definitions to identify major manufacturers of commonly sold equipment. You only need to include the major manufacturers that you want to track. These values are used in conjunction with the models attribute on products. In a couple locations, a makes drop-down list is used, followed by a models drop-down, which shows models for products with the selected make. Paper sizes lookup values are not used in the current release of Dragonfly, but are there for future use. The repair accessories lookups are used on the repairs form and are intended to cover the accessories that customers typically bring in with their equipment when they have it repaired or serviced. In order to keep this drop-down list to a usable size, this list of types should only include accessories that are frequently left by the customer. The interface allows you to add other accessories not found on the list. The repair priorities values are used to classify the urgency of repairs. In the current release, they are used for information and sorting only. In a future release, they will be used for an automated repair scheduling process. Sale classifications are used to categorize point-of-sale transactions. The value for the store classification should remain at 1, as this is the default classification used for point-of-sale transactions in Dragonfly. The last lookup type, snapshot sets, is used internally by the Data Snapshots feature. These lookups are created automatically when you create the sets of data snapshots that you use. These should not be edited in the browse grid, other than to adjust the snapshot names.